Though Phoenix and Mesa's numbers decreased, Tucson was actually named one of the top 15 cities nationwide with the highest percentage of people who biked to work. With the wet winter and heavy rainfall that Arizona experienced this year, forest officials say there's a possibility for a significant wildfire season. Ferguson, New York City, and even Phoenix, deadly force incidents involving police sparked protests and even revenge killings. The SunZia Southwest Transmission Project would lay about 515 miles of transmission lines for renewable energy like wind and solar power. It's beginning to warm up in the valley, and that means you need to keep an eye out for snakes again. We'll tell you how to be prepared as we approach the summer heat. It sure felt like a wet winter this year, which makes some people concerned there will be more rattlesnakes out than usual during the snake season. However, according to rattlesnake experts, that's simply not the case.
We had a very wet early fall, and that can contribute to more plants, which also contributes to more rodents. And that, in the end, can contribute to more snake activity, but typically it takes about a year for the snakes to respond to those increased rodent numbers. Snakes usually come out in Arizona around March, so people will start to see them out, but that doesn't mean that the snake season is any worse than other years. I don't think it's going to be more intense this year than in other years. Rattlesnakes come out when it gets warm. They move around, they leave their overwintering sites. They're active at this time of year more than any other time of year. For people who are nervous, though, experts say that the likelihood of getting bitten is actually very low.
If you use your eyes and your ears, in other words, don't have on headphones when you're hiking, and so you can hear rattle, you're not going to get bit.
These are western diamondback rattlesnakes, and they're the most common type that we have here in the greater Phoenix area. If you see one, leave them alone. About 95% of bites are caused by human error.
If you're not a threat to it, the snake is going to leave you alone. It's not going to come out and attack you. In the biological world, we refer to rattlesnake bites as either legitimate bites or illegitimate bites. And illegitimate bites are the ones that occur when people are messing with rattlesnakes when they shouldn't be. Legitimate bites are those accidental bites that occur when someone's hiking or climbing or something like that. And those are quite rare. There are some things you can do to make your yard less attractive to snakes. Hughes says not to leave things outside like dog food or a messy wood pile next to your pool. People are unknowingly inviting them in. They offer food, water, or shelter to the snakes. If you see a rattlesnake, it is best to leave it alone. If it's on your property, there are services you can call to have it removed and relocated for you. Live in downtown Phoenix, Sydney Schuman, Cronkite News. The Salvation Army helps the less fortunate every year, and some of those underprivileged are the bell ringers themselves.
There's a lot of people out there that desire to work that can't get jobs for whatever reason, and we offer the seasonal opportunity to get out there and bell ring and get paid for it.
For people like John Banta, this is the only work he will get all year. Banta is on disability for muscular atrophy. During the holidays, he works full-time bell ringing, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
It's very hard, you know, when you walk into a place and you're disabled, and, you know, a lot of places, they don't want to take the time to invest in you and give you that chance.
We're very happy to open our arms to people that other people will not accept.
But this work is more than just a job for Banta, who prides himself on the fact that in his 8 years ringing the bell, he has been in the top 3 for profits every year.
Some bell ringers, John being one of them, look forward to this season all year. I mean, he's one of my first people who comes in to apply to be a bell ringer, and he spent the last 2 months growing that beard just for bell ringing. Dan says about half of all of his bell ringers are in financial situations similar to Banta's, but this work provides more than just minimum wage.
It's a real blessing being able to come out and feel useful and to receive the extra money during the holidays. It makes me feel like I'm worthy, that I have a cause.
Banta and his fellow workers begin ringing their bells on Black Friday and finish on Christmas Eve. In Phoenix, Sydney Schuman, Cronkite News. Desert Vista High School Marching Band is not new to high-profile events. They have won either first or second state championships the past 6 years. But this Sunday, they have a very unique honor. They have been asked to perform during the tailgate before the Super Bowl. Desert Vista High School band director Josh T. couldn't be more upbeat about his students.
They go into every show with just a lot of hard work, but also a real determination, and they impress me, that's for sure.
The marching band, which has about 130 students, is comprised of freshmen through seniors, offering older students an opportunity to mentor those who are younger.
So it's some students doing it for the very first time, side by side with students that's their 4th year. And it comes down to, that mentorship and the older students helping the younger students.
Planners for the Super Bowl pregame approached T months ago about this opportunity to play. Marching band president Katie Smith found out from her teacher early and was hard-pressed to keep this super-sized secret.
For me, I'm like, let's go to the Super Bowl, let's do this. Like, I'm excited, but I can't tell anyone, so I have to hold my excitement in, but I'm like, I'm going to the Super Bowl.
So when T finally made the big announcement,
everyone was really surprised at first. It was kind of quiet, really? Right? And then he was all like, yeah, and then later, after class, everyone was freaking out and talking and telling parents and stuff like that, texting in school. It's crazy.
He sounded casual, but to the rest of us, we're like, oh my God, the Super Bowl!
They've been working hard to get together and practice when they can in their off season, but T knows his band is ready.
The students have really worked hard.
Desert Vista High School Marching Band is also performing right now at the NFL Experience in downtown Phoenix Convention Center, and the big show is Sunday during the tailgate on the east side of the stadium. The other Valley school to win the tailgate concert honor is Mountain Ridge High School. I'm Sydney Schuman, Cronkite News.